Hey, folks.
Hello and welcome. Good afternoon. We are here for game number 4. It's still day 1 here of the WFTDA Regional Championships Europe 2024. We'll be taking you through all of the action on track as we have Helsinki Roller Derby who are playing in the green. They're warming up at the moment in both colours, so it's just shook me for a second. And they are coming into the tournament seeded number 6. They'll be taking on Stockholm, who are playing in the white. They are seeded in the tournament at number 10. It is my absolute pleasure to bring you this game. I'm Very Cherry, and I've been joined with the wonderful Phoenix. We'll be taking you through this game, and we're being produced by the wonderful, the lovely Bee. As you know, the teams have been seeded in the numbers that I've just given you. We have 6 and 10, and we're going to take you through those rosters. So Phoenix, can I hand over to you for Helsinki?
Yes, here to introduce Helsinki Roller Derby. Excuse my beginner finish, but here we go. Number 080, Querica. Number 10, Sylvester. Number 13, Yemena Lugora. Number 156, Mia. Number 20, Predator. 22, Malou. 242, Komia. 286, Nina. 312, Speedy. Number 4, Paulé. Number 404, Mandarina. Number 441, Coussard. Number 51, Margot Vandergens. Number 57, Yoki. Number 604, Sarah Ekholm. Number 77, Rotsalinen. Number 80, Mu. Number 88, Varpu Knutila.
Wonderful stuff there, and I will apologise for any mispronunciations you hear. This is definitely not our first language, but we will give you the enthusiasm they need. But let me read you the roster for Stockholm, and I'm pretty sure you can probably hear our in-house announcers as well. They are whipping up the crowd. But we have for Stockholm Roller Derby, number 10, Rainbow Sprite, 111, Helsinki, number 13, Fright Day, number 164, Isoweho. We have 20, Smarten, 241, Grumpy, number 25, Vagabondage, number 3, Juking, number 4, Foxen, 404, Patio, 530, Slender Woman, number 55, Fury, number 57, Larm, 614, Tracktorn, 817, Scandi Crush, 870, Fancy Rocks, and number 99, Yelmit the Conqueror. And that is Stockholm Roller Derby Allstars, and they will be playing in the white.
We're 1 minute till Derby, so we'll go ahead and thank our officials now. Here today is X-Ray Ted, Blind Globe, Eagle Eye Mary, Trash Panda, Alpin Yeti, Felsbeth, Supreme Overlord, Meaner Harker, Abracaflabra, Penalty Bot.
And your on-skate officials, we have Jean-Claude, Grand Slam, Divide by Zero, Chuck, Homo You Didn't, Angie, Cut So Good, and Lucas. And they are your fabulous on-skate officials. I'm pretty sure we've introduced everybody in the room. And there's some wonderful people in the crowd. And we are being sponsored by the absolutely fantastic Sucker Punch. Triple A is your sponsor for the penalty box, and Sucker Punch Skate Shop is your jammer line.
And we have everyone coming out for the first jam. The jam line sponsor is Sucker Punch Skate Shop, the biggest roller derby shop in Europe. Fast shipping, largest stock, expert advice at a great price. Sucker Punch Skate Shop.
Wonderful stuff. And I'm pretty sure at home you must be able to hear this. The crowd is gone a little bit bananas in here. It is loud. And up jamming for Stockholm for the first time, we have number 99, Yelmit the Conqueror. Shout out. We were teammates at one point when she was over in Birmingham, so she gets an extra shout out from me.
Jamming for Helsinki is 286, Nina.
And we are going to be treated to some absolutely fantastic roller derby on the track today. Not that you haven't already had your absolute fill of roller derby already today, but there is so much more to come.
Nina is really pushing out that pack in the front.
And Yelmit is having a similar fate at the back of the pack. We are being treated to double tripod state of affairs already today. And we have our first penalty as we see one of our blockers for Stockholm off to the penalty box.
And Stockholm's taking the lead.
And that's Yelmit the Conqueror, first lead for Stockholm. Wonderful stuff there. And Yelmit is through, calls off the jam. Did they get a full pass? No, I think they just picked up 2 points, but they held Helsinki to 0, so Stockholm in the lead.
Helsinki sending Malou to the line. And it looks like we have Party O from Stockholm jamming.
I'm pretty sure if you've watched roller derby ever, you'll have seen these two match up against each other more than once. And I'm pretty sure there's probably an equal amount of wins and losses with this one. So let's see who's going to take this one.
Both teams starting down a blocker. So we got 3-3. Helsinki now with the full pack.
Yeah, so we just have one for Stockholm sat in the Triple Eight penalty box. Both jammers coming up against some formidable blocking at their respective opposing packs. But we see Malou coming through, needing to recycle themselves so they don't get a track cut. But it is Partio for Stockholm who is through for lead.
Looks like we have Paule heading to the penalty box. The pivot for... Oh no, that's Stockholm. That was Foxen.
And Partio, excuse me, was your lead jammer there, so calls off the jam. 3 points picked up by Stockholm, taking their score to 5. Helsinki still held at 0.
Yes, the skate is running up on that sucker punch jammer line, getting ready to rumble. Stockholm with a player in the box at the moment.
Looks like Helsinki sent 312 Speedy out for this jam.
And they will be joined by, I can't even see from here.
It's a 56.
We have Duking on the track for Stockholm. And it is Helsinki Speedy who are through for lead. Helsinki's first lead of the game. Oh, and Helsinki made that one look very easy, coming right around the outside, grabbing the first 4 points for Helsinki.
Yeah, she was number 3. And it's 56. Okay.
Ooh, a lead change already early in the game. 6 points.
So Helsinki picking up extra points in that jam takes them into the lead. We have got a 1 point different game at the moment. We have nobody sat in the Triple Eight penalty box, which means everybody's up on this sucker punch skate line. Oh, a very tense 5 seconds there. The kind of hall went really nice and quiet as we see number 20, Smarten, coming round the outside and grabbing what looked like quite an easy lead there for Stockholm.
Barpu Knutila really struggling to get her out of the pack here on this first turn.
Such a strong try.
Yeah, stashing the star there, but their pivot is far, far away, doing their best to hold off Smarten at the front of the pack. But Smarten for Stockholm is through, and we are in another lead change vicinity.
Looks like that Helsinki pivot's trying to give some assistance here. But the jammer, Barpu Knutila, is sent back again, recycled there still on that first turn.
Beautiful 2-wall blocking at the front of the pack there from Helsinki. Loving their work as Smarten looks like they're just looking around being like, I've got to weigh up a few of my options here. My options were clear, now they are not. And of course, as I say that, Smarten comes through, picking up another complement of points, taking them to 8 in this jam.
Stockholm really holding Helsinki back on scoring points thus far.
Although Phoenix, I have to say, I think we are similar to a couple of the games we've already seen today. I think we're going to be in for a few lead changes.
Hoping so. Everyone likes to watch a little close derby.
Yeah, they do. And you've been treated to that all morning. Obviously, the game that we just had was quite a big score, but the games we had this morning, a lot of lead changes happening.
Helsinki really shaking up their defense here. And it seems to be working for them. Whoop, or not.
And there is a massive prize for winning this game, Phoenix, and that prize is tomorrow morning you get to play Crime City. So yes, it's brilliant, but imagine waking up and thinking that's what you've got to do today. Uh-oh.
Helsinki's jammer Nina getting recycled back a little bit.
Yelmit sees that inside is clear and goes for it. Yelmit, a very popular skater here in the house today.
We have a helmet cover pass here for Helsinki. Number 77, Rutsalainen, is now the jammer.
And Yelmit, your lead jammer for this jam, goes round the outside and calls it off. So 3 points picked up there for Stockholm, taking them to 16. Helsinki held at 6, and we've already had 6 minutes of this game. We have one blocker for Stockholm sat in the 888 penalty box.
Helsinki held at 0 points the last 2 jams, so putting out their jammer Malou, hoping to get some points on this one.
I was going to say, I mean, look who you put up to jam in if you need to break that cycle. Some beautiful blocking at the front of the pack there. Predator for Helsinki holding off Partio. Looked like they were going to have a bit of an easy ride, but
And Malou is taking lead. This is Helsinki's first lead in a while. We'll see if this results in some points for them.
Well, the Helsinki pack were very busy there with their defense.
Some excellent there. Whoop. And they're going to call it.
Did we get some points in that jam?
Jam ref is consulting an outside ref. 1 point on that.
1 point's all you need to win the game. If, of course, it's a 1 point difference. Otherwise, it isn't. And while we're here, let's just give a quick shout out to Sucker Punch Skate Shop, the biggest roller derby shop in Europe. Fast shipping, largest stock, expert advice, and the best price. Sucker Punch Skate Shop.
Looks like we have Larm and Speedy on the jam line here. Larm is really pushing those Helsinki blockers through.
Yeah, beautiful use of those
shoulders. And there goes Speedy taking the lead.
Oh, last line of defence there for Stockholm. Speedy thought that they were going to get a nice outside track. Wasn't as easy as they thought. And then while all that was going on, we've had a star pass to Stockholm for Scandi Crush.
Helsinki's had their pivot head to the box, so they'll start this next jam down a blocker. Helsinki took their 4 points, so they're coming back slowly but surely. Now have a 4 point game. Should make it a little more entertaining for our viewers.
And as you said, we have, is it just one person? Yep, we have the pivot for Helsinki sat in the 888 penalty box. And have we been treated to a pivot line start? Nah, they're going to roll back again.
We have Varpu Knutila from Helsinki jamming.
And that is Juking, literally living up to their name, up the inside. Beautiful stuff there from Juking, grabbing lead for Stockholm.
Helsinki's jammer making it through. Don't have a pivot to pass to right now.
Oh, but beautiful work there from Juking. Again, I love it when a skater lives up to their name. Mine would be like slow and participating. But Juking, beautiful work around the outside, calls it off tactically. We have 3 points picked up there for Stockholm, taking them to 19. Helsinki held at 0 in that jam, leaving them at 12. 20 minutes and a bit to go in this first period.
Helsinki still starting out with their pivot in the box. Ruotsalainen now for the second jam in a row starting in the boxes.
Did they go back in, or was it just a really quick jam?
It was a quick jam, and they didn't make it out yet. So
double freeze.
Right, leaves these jammers with a little more pressure and the blockers with a little less help.
Yeah, with the Conqueror at the front of the pack there.
They'll get in there for some offense, help that jammer out. And we've got a helmet cover pass for Helsinki here. Ruotsalainen taking the cover. Stockholm's going to call that quick, keeping Helsinki at 0 on that jam.
And that's what the element does. It was a lovely start pass there. I think we almost all blinked and missed it, but Stockholm caught on.
We have an empty 888 penalty box, so everybody up on the track, and we have a palindrome score once more. Stockholm with 21, so that must mean Helsinki have got 12, if you know how a palindrome works.
Great to see Helsinki and Stockholm with full packs out there on our Sucker Punch jam line. Helsinki running a 2-2 defense, see if this helps their jammer a little bit more.
Beautiful stuff there from Partio for Stockholm. Literally took like 2 steps through, got lead in absolutely milliseconds of this jam. And looking for an easy pass, but that Helsinki defense, Phoenix, honestly, it is thick.
Looks like the Helsinki jammer, Nina, is sort of contemplating running some defense there and kind of stayed in the wall for a little, then got recycled. They're holding the helmet cover, and now we have the pass to Komia, 2-4-2.
Partio looking for some offense there as we see Stockholm kind of going one-on-one trying to get Partio through there. And let's have a look at the scoreboard. We had nothing picked up there for Helsinki. They're held on 12 still, but we had 4 picks up for Stockholm. taking them to 25. And this seems to be another, if you were here for the Antwerp Tiger Bay game, that was a very slow bubbling game from a points point of view, very tactical call-offs, very clever jamming, and it looks like we're in for a very similar game.
I mean, Stockholm's really been able to hold that Helsinki jammer before that first turn while just taking 4 points and calling it. It's a nice, slow strategy to make points. But it looks like now we have Varpu Knutila, beautiful jammer from Helsinki.
Beautiful stuff there, right up the inside, almost caught everybody unaware.
Oh, and a wonderful footwork around that pack. Unclear if they're going to call it or try to run more points. They're calling it.
All right, then, and while we've got a second, I just want to tell you about Skate and Create Factory. Need a gift for the skater in your life? Get themed skate art stickers and gifts from Create and Skate Factory, a passion project by Jukebox. Duke is a fellow derby skater playing in Barcelona. You can find more on createandskatefactory.com or on Instagram or Facebook. Every sale supports a fellow skater.
Getting ready for our next jam. Helsinki starting with 3 blockers, 1 in the box. Our wonderful producer, Beatrix, has told us that Helsinki has now had 5 leads this game, Stockholm 7, so pretty close.
I mean, look at that score. That is a close score. We've got 25-16. That is a lovely low score for such a high-level game.
And it looks like Speedy's going to run it a little bit.
Living up to their name, legging it around the track.
I think they're trying to clear their penalty box in addition to making hopefully a couple more points here.
And while the penalty box there, as Triple Eight penalty box got cleared of Helsinki blockers, we have Lan for Stockholm going in as the jammer. So Speedy is your active and only jammer on the track.
Speedy's going to call that power jam, so that Helsinki's going to start with a power start. Looks like they're going to send out Malou to take a power start.
I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
You would. With Stockholm down a blocker, this could be the game change for them.
And there is some real cheering for Helsinki in the crowd today. We've got pom-poms going bananas in the crowd, and I am really interested to see what Helsinki does with this timeout. But we're going to have to wait a second because Stockholm have just called a timeout.
I think they're working on their strategy. Like to thank our sponsors, 888 and 187 Killer Pads. 187's Killer Pads, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why.
A little stat for you, both of our skaters that are in the 888 penalty box, so that is our jammer and one of our blockers for Stockholm, Fury and Lan, both got high block penalties. Thank you, B, for that.
It'll be really interesting to see how Helsinki decides to take this power start. It looks like they're running maybe a 2-0 2D play. Stockholm's got 3 blockers out there, so see what Malou can do with this.
Are they going to go? I mean, you want to say they have the people power to do like. I don't want to say man on. I'm trying to think what the kind of like.
I think we might see a little hit in the screen. We might see those 2 blockers at the pivot line sort of try to hold that pack together. We'll see.
I'm excited.
Lots of time to see them plan and set this up.
Sometimes that's worse, so I'm like, can we just get on with it? A bit of a hush has descended as well in the crowd, hasn't it, as everyone gets ready for this.
Taking that inside lane, no problem.
Lovely stuff there from Malou. Our house announcer, Sherilyn, just said, look at the grin on Malou's face. And they are absolutely correct. Malou is loving this jam, and why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? 3 blockers and all your friends out there helping you. Malou is out pretty easy on that turn.
Beautiful stuff. And we have Lan out of the penalty box, and as they come out, that star got passed straight over to number 4, Foxen for Stockholm.
Malou still hoping to get some more points here. The pivot from Helsinki heading to the box.
This, I think, is the 3rd penalty now for number 77, Rustalainen. Apologies if that was absolutely not.
We've had a lead change, so Helsinki now in the lead. Malou still trying to make some points here. Stockholm is yet to get out. Malou's got a minute still to keep scoring.
Malou just one last line of defence to get round, comes round, beautiful stuff there. So Malou currently on 12 points, taking Helsinki to 36, Stockholm on 27.
Foxen's just kind of sitting in that Helsinki wall. I think they may have just decided to play defense for the next 40 seconds.
I mean, it's a good strategy. It's not one that your jammer always wants to see, but it is a good strategy. If you are bleeding out 12 points in a jam, why not stop?
Wow.
Stop the count.
Especially if you're not in a scoring position. At this point, they'd still have to take a lap to score. Malou might get another lap in. 20 seconds left. We'll see if they can hustle back to that round.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Malou can get another lap in 20 seconds.
Here we go.
Let's have a look. 10 seconds on the jam clock. Is the time for another lap?
The inside looks like 3 points, maybe 4. Getting there.
Oh, I think that might just be the 3.
I think that final Stockholm blocker might have held their point. That's Fury, I think.
And I don't need to look over to producer B to say, was that the highest scoring jam of the game?
19
Yay!
points.
Well done, everyone.
Really fantastic to see such a great jam and a lead change. This will make the whole game a little bit more exciting for everyone.
Although if I was Helsinki and a Helsinki fan, I would not be, resting or, having a cup of tea just yet. There is going to be some payback coming your way from Stockholm. Although I say payback, and then look at that, straight through, another lead for Helsinki. They've certainly got
some momentum here. This is Nina jamming, coming in, looking to make some quick points and call it. But we have a skater down, so we'll probably be moving to a break.
Yeah.
It was very quick. We had that up before the whistle, practically.
Don't forget to load up our energy after the break.
Not at the moment. I think what.
Yes.
Wait, tell me about Vika. Vika is one of the pillars of Swedishness, I guess. Because we need our coffee, we need our snacks like a bun or a cookie. And
We are back, and a big shout out and a thank you to the EMTs working this event. Roller derby is not possible with the volunteers that keep us safe, so we're really thankful they're here for us.
we all work very hard for this sport.
And we can crack on in just a second with not the second half, we're still in the first half, but the second bit of the first half. So just to give you a quick update on the scores, after an absolutely mammoth banana jam that we saw just a second ago, Stockholm Roller Derby are on 27, but Helsinki have pulled way ahead and are on 43. We have 13 minutes left to go in this game. We are very excited for what is to come, because if you know anything about these two, and do you know what, even if you didn't, and this is the first time you've ever seen these two teams, I think you've picked up, we're in for some more lead changes. We are in for a bit more. You go, I go.
This regional tournament is interesting because we have some teams from the same countries or who regularly play one another, and other teams who don't have as much experience playing one another. So you start to see that in the games.
Definitely.
We have full packs out there at our Sucker Punch Jam line. Looks like we have Varpu Putilia jamming for Helsinki.
And then up for Stockholm, we have Patio, who is right at the inside.
Out.
Patio coming up the inside, but this time Helsinki were wise to their moves and put a whole tripod of blockers in their way. Patio now dragging that tripod to the outside, but Patio, honestly, those legs can just cover the whole track and takes the inside with ease, comes through and grabs 4 points to Stockholm.
Helsinki with the helmet cover pass there at turn 1. Patio's taken a couple laps by the time Helsinki is getting up there.
I'm pretty sure I only had one whistle then. That was a bit strange. Stockholm picking up 7 points there, taking them to 34. Helsinki held at 0, keeps them at 43. Is another palindrome? Oh my God, we need to have like a thing for palindrome. What did we do earlier, B, for a palindrome? It was shots of tea, because we're very British.
Stockholm's got Fright Day in the box, so they're starting down a blocker.
Yeah, that AAA penalty box has seen quite a few people already today. We'll get you a few.
Speedy and Jukin jamming here. Looks just a bit of a strong defensive holds here before the pivot line. Speedy looking to take that outside edge, and then also getting blocked in there by Scandi Crush. Jukin making the move.
But it is Juking, as you said, came through and grabbed lead. Speedy still, I don't even know where they are.
Just
stuck in that
pushing
pack
through
somewhere.
that turn 2, but that is a big Stockholm wall just holding them in place.
Juking doing some absolutely beautiful offense for themselves, coming through, doing their business there. But that Helsinki wall being held up by, I need to grab their number. Oh, Predator, of course, is 2-0. Really digging their heels into the, to Smarten, really digging their heels into the track.
Helsinki taking the cover pass to get that jam closed. Back here again with Fright Day in the penalty box. That's 2 jams in a row they're starting in the box.
I'd really confused myself then, and then I realised there's 2 skaters with a 2-0. Terry, come on, it's not like you've never seen 2 skaters with the same number before, is it? It's when you get skaters with the same name as well, like the Mir and Mir jammer mashes up that we've had before. But that's not happening right now. Instead, we have Malou and Smarten out on the track. And it is Malou ran the outside, grabbed lead.
And a forearm call to the Stockholm pivot. That's, I think, Foxen headed to the box. Malou taking 4 points real quick there.
Yeah, Malou coming in hot there, doing their own offense. Love that work. While we've got star in hand there for Smarten, but Malou is absolutely lapping this track, Phoenix. If you didn't know anything about Malou, A, where have you been? And B, drink this in, because this is some lovely jamming.
Smarten is still behind that pivot line, hasn't made it very far. It's really a struggle when your pivot's stuck in the box like that. They're looking for the pass now.
And then, as you said, that Foxen came out of the 888 penalty box. Do they have the jammer cover in hand yet? Or are
Not
they
yet.
like...
We're looking for a pass, I think, but...
I think it's all hands on deck to stop the train that is Malou coming through the tracks. But there they are coming through. Malou now 12 points on the board, taking Helsinki to 55.
Stockholm pivot, Foxen heading back to the box. This is just brutal for this poor jammer, not getting any assistance with that pivot in the box.
Yeah, Helsinki really showing some dominance that they didn't show in the first couple of jams, really turning the tables here. and having an absolute jam of their lives. Malou now on 15 points, didn't grab the point of the last blocker there, but it's taken Helsinki now to 58. This jam has been long, hasn't it? We've still got 20 seconds to go, which by Malou terms is about 3 more passes.
Poor Smardan is just exhausted and pushing on that wall. Here, Pivot's coming out of the box. Maybe we'll get some relief.
Yeah, hopefully Fox went out with that 888 penalty
and
box.
Smardan is out. And Helsinki is going to call it. That was a brutal jam. I think we're going to break the 19-point record for a 22-point jam. This is the highest scoring jam of the game. The 2 highest scoring jams, both going to Malou from Helsinki.
And that takes Helsinki to 65. Stockholm still held at 37. 9 minutes left to go in this first half.
We're out here with 2 full packs now on the Sucker Punch jam line. And we're going to get a timeout with Stockholm.
To be fair, I'm not surprised that Stockholm have called a timeout there. Once you have a team who are absolutely storming it around the track, it makes perfect sense to halt that train just a little bit. And it's a perfect opportunity to tell me about which one shall I go for. Let's go for this. Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Why not? I mean, we just had one. Tired of second guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step out on track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you started Crash Course today, in 4 weeks you'll be less tired at the end of 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks you'll be the skater that everybody wants in their pack. Life is a contact sport. Win. Love that. So we have an empty 888 penalty box. We have everybody up on the track near the Sucker Punch skate shop jammer line. But are we going to do some clever switcherooing? No, looks like everyone's going to be as they were. So we have Jelme on the track and jamming for Stockholm, and they will be going up against
Nina from Helsinki. Looks like Stockholm's trying to break up that Helsinki wall a little bit with some offense. We'll see what these blockers do.
Jelme pushing through the wall there, being held up by, I can't even see, there's so many people together, I can't even make out a number. We have number 10, Sylvester there, trying to get their way through, and Jelme coming back round, desperately trying to get past this Helsinki 3 wall.
But Helsinki running a little bit of offense there to get that jammer out, but it didn't seem to be working. They're still stuck kind of in between turn 1 and turn 2.
As
Pivot's being held away, so Helsinki's struggling to make the cover pass as well.
Jelme coming around the outside now, ready to score for Stockholm. Goes to the outside, meets a wall of Helsinki and goes, I've been tricked by this before. Comes up the inside, but gets recycled by Helsinki's Pivot, whose number I cannot see to give them any credit right now. And Jelme is really pushing against a 3 wall of Helsinki.
That Pivot over there is Komia, who is hopefully going to get back and provide some assistance to Nina, the jammer, who's been looking for a cover pass for quite a while now.
We are even Stevens with the score, though, 4 points apiece, as both of our jammers desperately trying to break through, as those tripods really are in action this afternoon.
I don't think Helsinki had 4 points. I think that was an error on the board. This jammer has not taken an initial yet.
Do you know, I did think that, but I didn't ever want to second guess the scoreboard, so now the trust is broken.
But they also have the cover off, so they have not made it past turn 2 yet, unfortunately. It looks like they're all just going to play defense for a moment.
Fair enough. And why wouldn't you when you've got someone like...
we may see it. And we have a helmet cover pass for Helsinki, which could bring this jam to an end. We'll see. Looks like Stockholm's going to call it.
Lovely work there from Jelme, picking up 8 points for Stockholm Roller Derby, taking them to 46. Helsinki held at 0. Now I'll trust the scoreboard again.
Some really amazing defense from Stockholm on that. That jammer did not make it past turn 1, that entire jam, which they have Helsinki scoring these points. They've really got to up that defense. It looks like the timeout worked for them.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 6 minutes left to go in this first half. As I said, 46 pace 65. Lovely, tight, close game. And we have a lovely empty 888 penalty box.
Varpu Knutila coming around to take lead on that. So Helsinki's got lead here. Cardio's taking the cover off. We'll see if Stockholm passes.
Lovely defense there from Stockholm, being put together by 817, which is Scandi Crush. Don't even know why I looked at that. I knew who that was. as we see Partio coming through. Star Stash was done, but Partio stays as your jammer.
Varnu Nuttila calling it off. We'll see if Partio snagged any points there. Looks like Helsinki took 4 and Stockholm 0.
And I think we are going to get an official review called by Stockholm. So in a second, if you've been with us this morning, you'll know what we do for this. So we will await the teams to come in the middle, and then we get to hear from our head ref. And that was really cute. The 2 bench managers did a little high five thing.
In the meantime, we can recognize the 888 penalty box sponsor. Their certified sweat saver is developed, tested, and trusted by the best.
Go there hungry and go to Google Veggie Garden, because I'm not sure I can say that street name without making a huge mess of it. Veggie Garden.
We are just waiting to hear from the head ref, which I believe is Jean Gransler, to see what this official review is out. Obviously, we can neither speculate about these things, but at home, discuss it with yourselves, discuss it with the dog, see who's correct. Was it a cut? Was it a back block? What could it be? Let's have a look. The microphone has been passed over. Let's see. Let's get the head ref wave at us. Hiya.
Stockholm have elected to use their official review to review the lack of a back block call at the start of the previous jam and the Helsinki jam.
So they are asking for a back block. So Stockholm are asking for a back block to be called on the Helsinki jammer. We will await the outcome. Again, speculate at home. Do you think it was? Do you think it wasn't? Reenact it maybe with your dogs and teddy bears. See what you think about it. We'll reenact it in half time and put it on my personal Instagram page. And yeah, we'll find out in a minute what the outcome was. Speculate away.
Helsinki will be coming back from this official review with 1 blocker in the penalty box, in our 888 penalty box. Will they come back with a jammer?
Oh. I mean, they'll come back. Like they don't go away forever.
All right, gang. How are you all doing? How are the energy levels in the room? Are you ready for another 2.5 days of roller derby as well? Oh, that's the beautiful sound of some very caffeinated people in the room. I love it. It's a great
So
sound.
it looks like our head ref now, Jean-Claude, is telling the bench coaches what the outcome was. There's lots of pointing going on, but we still wait. We don't get the exclusive. We have to find out when everybody else does. Predator going in for a listen as well. Don't know if they're the captain or they're just going for a listen. Don't blame them. Let's go.
Contact was observed at the start of the previous jam from the green jammer. However, the blocker was deemed to be the initiator of the action and the no call was sound.
Looks like that call will not stand as the blocker initiated the contact with the jammer. So we'll be starting this next jam with 2 jammers. Helsinki's got Speedy on the track.
So that means Stockholm lose their official review, I believe.
And that's Jukin jamming for Stockholm. So Helsinki's down a blocker, but still has their jammer.
Jukin coming round the outside.
Jukin taking that one easy. Speedy's really stuck in that Stockholm wall. They've got a pretty solid tripod on them.
Beautiful defense there from Helsinki, really holding off Jukin, but Jukin living up to their name, doesn't find space on the inside, finds that space on the outside, comes through, grabs lead for Stockholm. And now if we have a look over at that first corner, all we can see is bodies just swished together like a big old trifle.
Komia, the pivot from Helsinki, took a swing at that jumping jammer and took a penalty for it. So Jukin went down, but blocker went out as well.
Speedy makes their way through the pack there as Stockholm, who are in charge of that jam, call that one off. Icing Helsinki's pivot in the 888 penalty box, which means they will start the next jam. Only 19 points behind, but in a pack advantage. So we see Stockholm on 50, Helsinki with 69, and just under 5 minutes left to go in this first period.
Got Malou and Partio at the line again. Classic mashup for the Swedes and the Finns.
Nice fast roll back there. I always get nervous that they're going to go too far and we'll have all sorts of yielding going on.
RDO is just pushing through there like a freight train. Nobody's stopping them. Malou coming out a little more delicately, but still quickly. RDO took that really quickly. 4 points, no resistance from Helsinki on that one. Helsinki's now got 2 blockers in the 888 penalty box, pivot and another blocker.
Loved how Partio just came through, grabbed the points, backwards skated and sort of like high-fived somebody. I'm not sure who, but I liked it. So we currently have Stockholm with 58, Helsinki with 69 and 4 minutes left to go. And a timeout has been called by Helsinki.
So a little update on penalties. The teams are about even right now. Stockholm has 11 penalties, Helsinki 10, though a big bulk of Helsinki's have just come in the last couple jams. So the pressure of this tight game showing up in a couple more penalties in these last ones.
Both teams making the most out of this timeout, refreshing themselves. It's a beautiful day here in Malmo. Lovely blue skies, nice and warm outside, but to be fair, not too hot in here. Sometimes you get very, very hot roller derby tracks, but
Malmo is hosting a great event. It's a lovely venue, track looks nice.
And if you're not here, then we're glad that you've joined us at home. I hope you've set up a bit of a watch party at home. You've got snacks, you've got drinks, you've got stat books, you are updating your Instagram with pictures and generally just joining in the roller derby love wherever you are. So thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you here at day number 1, game 4 at the WFTDA Regional Championships Europe.
Helsinki coming out here with 2 blockers. Speedy's on the track. We'll see what they do with this. Maybe they're going to run some full defense, full offense. Let's see. A little bit of both.
Yelmet pushing at the front of the pack there, but being held by... I don't even know why I need to look because... hang on, I do need to look. It is Predator. I knew it was, and then I double... myself again.
Helsinki's really kind of struggling with penalties these last few jams, and starting down a couple blockers is affecting their ability to get lead. Helsinki's had 9 leads this game so far, Stockholm 12. So though they have a slight lead, they're making more points on fewer lead jams.
And as you can see now, we have 4 points picked up by Stockholm. So we have 62 taken on 69, really, really close. And as you said with those penalties, Phoenix, it's a very close game, whichever way you slice it.
We have Helsinki blocker Margot Van Gins just headed back to the box as well. We're here at 69 points for Helsinki, 66 for Stockholm. Could be looking at a lead change here. This could be it. Oh, 69-68. It's so close. 10-point jam. The last time these two teams played in March, Stockholm had 134 and Helsinki 181. So they have a history of pretty close games. This game is super close. Yeah. Very entertaining for the crowd here in person and those on the stream.
We see Duking for Stockholm.
And Malou takes the lead, just snuck past that. This is Helsinki's first lead in a little bit, so it looks like they're going to run it and try to make some points on this. Malou is taking 4.
And Duking being held at the back of the pack there by some beautiful defense from Helsinki. However, I think we might have a back block call. We do.
A back block. Power jam for Stockholm. We'll see what they can do with this. Helsinki appears to be kind of settling their wall down a little bit, but now they've separated, which makes it a lot harder to block when you're not together. Duking taking some points. We're in a tied jam right now with a score of only 1 point difference.
I think that 1 point difference is about to get neutralized as Duking come in.
What a beautiful spin on the inside line. Just making easy work of those 4 points. Malou is back in. Also in a scoring position.
Malou up the inside there.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, and a big blocker takeout there. I think that was Paulé that laid out. Well, Malou is just getting bounced around in that, but takes those 4 points. Juking coming around to that big Helsinki wall.
So we currently have 12 points on the board for both of our teams, which means that we are still in a 1-point game.
We are going to end this first half. Oh no, we'll have one more jam probably. 85-80 Helsinki, 85-84. Both teams took 16 points on that jam, but leave us with a 1-point game.
So Stockholm with 84, Helsinki with 85, and that is your halftime. So we will be back with you in around 14 minutes for what is going to be an absolute nail biter of the second half. You're not going to want to miss it. So we'll see you back here very shortly.
Man, what a great half. It's hard not to.
The S1 Lifer helmet is a culmination of innovation in design, quality, safety, and fit. The Lifer helmet features our specially formulated EPS foam called Fusion Foam, blending low, medium, and high density beads together to create our impact-reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all of the impact energy dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet, and it is protected by our high rebound ABS outer plastic shell. The S1 Lifer helmet combines the safety of a certified multiple impact and certified high impact helmet with a comfortable, deep fitting design. The Lifer helmet's progressive styling gives it a unique look while also showcasing more traditional features by combining 5 circular air vent holes with 6 teardrop air vents. The Lifer's adjustable strap sliders make it very easy to adjust the straps to fit a variety of comfortable strap positions. The Lifer helmet is fitted using our color-coded, adjustable, and sweat-absorbing sizing liners, fitting heads from 20.5 inches to 23.5 inches. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second-guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you started Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater that everyone wants in their pack. Scan this QR code to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try for yourself. We've got you.
The The S1 Lifer helmet is a culmination of innovation in design, quality, safety, and fit. The Lifer helmet features our specially formulated EPS foam called Fusion Foam, blending low, medium, and high density beads together to create our impact-reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all of the impact energy dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet, and it is protected by our high rebound ABS outer plastic shell. The S1 Lifer helmet combines the safety of a certified multiple impact and certified high impact helmet with a comfortable, deep fitting design. The Lifer helmet's progressive styling gives it a unique look while also showcasing more traditional features by combining 5 circular air vent holes with 6 teardrop air vents. The Lifer's adjustable strap sliders make it very easy to adjust the straps to fit a variety of comfortable strap positions. The Lifer helmet is fitted using our color-coded, adjustable, and sweat-absorbing sizing liners, fitting heads from 20.5 inches to 23.5 inches. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you started Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater that everyone wants in their pack. Scan this QR code to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try it for yourself. We've got you covered.
The S1 Lifer helmet is a culmination of innovation in design, quality, safety, and fit. The Lifer helmet features our specially formulated EPS foam called Fusion Foam, blending low, medium, and high density beads together to create our impact-reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all of the impact energy dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet, and it is protected by our high rebound ABS outer plastic shell. The S1 Lifer helmet combines the safety of a certified multiple impact and certified high impact helmet with a comfortable, deep fitting design. The Lifer helmet's progressive styling gives it a unique look while also showcasing more traditional features by combining 5 circular air vent holes with 6 teardrop air vents. The Lifer's adjustable strap sliders make it very easy to adjust the straps to fit a variety of comfortable strap positions. The Lifer helmet is fitted using our color-coded, adjustable, and sweat-absorbing sizing liners, fitting heads from 20.5 inches to 23.5 inches. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you started Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater that everyone wants in their pack. Scan this QR code to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, Wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor.
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try for yourself. We've got you covered.
The S1 Lifer helmet is a culmination of innovation in design, quality, safety, and fit. The Lifer helmet features our specially formulated EPS foam called Fusion Foam, blending low, medium, and high density beads together to create our impact-reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all of the impact energy dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet and is protected by our high rebound ABS outer plastic shell. The S1 Lifer helmet combines the safety of a certified multiple impact and certified high impact helmet with a comfortable, deep fitting design. The Lifer helmet's progressive styling gives it a unique look while also showcasing more traditional features by combining 5 circular air vent holes with 6 teardrop air vents. The Lifer's adjustable strap sliders make it very easy to adjust the straps to fit a variety of comfortable strap positions. The Lifer helmet is fitted using our color-coded, adjustable, and sweat-absorbing sizing liners, fitting heads from 20.5 inches to 23.5 inches. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Ready to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Tired of second-guessing your training routine? Want to feel more confident when you step on the track? Then Crash Course is for you. We turn skaters into MVPs. If you started Crash Course today, in 4 weeks, you'll be less tired at the end of a 2-minute jam. In 8 weeks, your footwork will get you to the line faster. And in 12 weeks, you'll be the skater that everyone wants in their pack. Scan this QR code to learn more. Life is a contact sport. Win.
Hey folks, did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. If your helmet size is a small, but your teammate's size is an extra large, wearing the same helmet shell doesn't just look kind of funny. The functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised.
The 888 certified sweat saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor.
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact. Try for yourself. We've got you covered.
Oh, I don't know whether you could hear that or not, but that was Stockholm really riding themselves up. As you can see, we have Stockholm 1 point behind as they are on 84, but Helsinki on 85. But what story have we learnt from some of the statistics? Well, I will tell you. We have Helsinki had 10 leads in that last period, 8 star passes and 14 penalties, whereas Stockholm had 13 leads, 2 star passes and 12 penalties. But Phoenix, that doesn't really tell us the whole story, does it?
No, actually, we've seen that Stockholm has had many more call-offs. They've had 13 leads and 13 call-offs, while Helsinki's had 10 leads and 8 call-offs. I think that is probably attributed to those 2 really large point-scoring jams that Malou had at 19 points. So we see Stockholm's really taking lead, getting 4 points, getting a small amount of points, and doing a call-off pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're not running it as long as I think we would expect.
But we might be treated now to a bit of a flip around, and maybe Stockholm might be like, we now need to run those jams a little bit longer. We might see some 2-minute jams. Who knows what we're going to see?
Their walls looked really strong that first half. I think, if they can get lead, and they might want to trust their wall and try to take a few more laps, as long as it's not Malou jamming, because they seem to really struggle with defense when Malou's at the jam line.
And we were just saying, it feels like Malou has been jamming since the dawn of time. I don't remember roller derby without Malou jamming, and I don't want to think about roller derby without Malou jamming. But I am so excited to see the outcome of this game. So, folks, strap yourselves in. I hope you hydrated, got a few snacks together. We are absolutely pumped to bring you the concluding part of game number 4, and it's still only day number 1 here at the WFTDA Regional Championships European version, hosted by the wonderful Crime City here in beautiful Malmo. I'm Very Cherry. I've been joined with Phoenix, and we've got 8 seconds to go.
I will also add that Malou has scored 59 of Helsinki's points. That's more than half. So they're doing their work to carry that team. Jukin has scored 30 of Stockholm points. So.
Oh, what's just happened here? Oh, one of the Helsinki blockers had their gum shield in their vest top, tucked in the bra. It's got to be in your gob. It's no good in your...
Is gum shield British for mouth guard?
Gum shield, mouth guard? Do you know what? I don't think I've ever said gum shield
No,
before.
I've never heard that before.
It's got to be in your gob, yeah. Gum shield in your gob. Welcome to Birmingham, that's how I talk.
For everyone else, that was a reference to a mouth guard.
All right.
Learn something every day.
Well, when did you last see that happen? So, is that an illegal procedure where you do the little barrel roll, the little samba rolls, like you're at Zumba?
We had a jammer at our last tournament whose mouth guard fell out of their mouth, and they were penalized for it.
Oh.
So.
I have a fancy dental fitted one because I'm fancy, but then you realise just how crooked your teeth are when you get those done.
So now, Helsinki's coming out here with 2 blockers in their jam start. It's a little rough for Speedy.
I know.
But Helsinki's Stockholm's down 1, so.
So that 888 penalty box has got 3 people in it. But that sucker punch skate shop jammer line, Phoenix is ready to rock, isn't it?
I think these jammers are ready to get going now that they're essentially having a second start.
Everyone's ready. I think the paperwork just needed a quick update because we are in official timeout facility. But we are ready. There's that 5 seconds we were waiting for.
Helsinki setting up on that Stockholm pack. We'll see what they're going to do. Little jammer defense.
We have Jelmit the Conqueror for Stockholm at the front of the pack, and Jelmit comes through and grabs the first lead of the second half for Stockholm.
Speedy has not made it very far on that Stockholm wall, and the Stockholm wall just got bigger as they cleared their box.
Jelmit coming through, grabbing the first points of the second half there. Not only grabbing first points, but taking Stockholm into the lead now with 88 because they held off Helsinki with 0. Phoenix, I don't know if I'm ready for the second half.
I feel like we're seeing Stockholm's strategy again, which is get lead, call it quit. They left 2 people in the box on that one and chose to call it instead of taking another round of points. Party O's out here. We have 1 blocker out here for Helsinki. This hurts.
Oh, it does. That 888 penalty box is a Helsinki house party at the moment.
Predators out there on their own doing what they can. Now they're going to try to help get that jammer out.
And here they come storming out of the 888 penalty box. The contingency of Helsinki ready to stop Partio in their tracks.
Ruotsalainen, the pivot from Helsinki, making quick work on that jammer.
Yeah, this is a beautiful 3-wall at the front. Ruotsalainen, Predator, and I just can't quite work out the third skater there, but they are doing a beautiful tripod job.
Varper, Ruotsalainen looking like they're finally getting out there. They're going to put that cover back on. Stockholm's down to 2 blockers. We'll see if Partio is going to run it and clear the box or call it like they do, and Stockholm takes that early call again. They really like to make points, hold the other team at 0.
Maybe they just really like doing starts. So if we have a quick look in the 888 penalty box, we have 2 blockers for Stockholm at the moment, 1 sitting, 1 standing, which means Helsinki will start this jam. Whilst they are a few points behind on the scoreboard, they have the pack advantage. And hopefully everyone's got their gum shield in, or mouth guard, or god protector, or chop stopper, whatever you want to call it. Chopper stopper, that's good, that is.
Stockholm here with 2 blockers. Looks like they're going to just run defense. 51, Margot Vandegut's holding pack there a little. And Malou is up there pushing out and takes lead. And Malou's going to get a power jam here. A power jam with only 3 blockers on defense.
Does Malou need a power jam?
I'm sure Helsinki's happy to get it.
Of course.
Nice little inside sweep. But Stockholm is holding strong. All 3 of them together still.
Beautiful work there from Friday, who was at the back of the pack, got themselves to the front of the pack to hold that tripod down because they could see the Malou train coming, but Malou, you just can't stop them.
Malou's going to call it and sort of ice that jammer in the box, so looks like Helsinki is going to take a power start here.
I have to say, Phoenix, I was not expecting that. I thought they were going to let Malou just lap the track round and around, so very interesting to see this. Interesting to see what their power start strategy is going to be.
This is Nina on the line for Helsinki, taking the power start. We have 2 full packs. This might be the first time of the second half. We have 8 blockers on the track.
Oof, what a treat.
That offense worked really well. Helsinki's got lead.
And we see Duking coming hot into this pack, desperately trying to get around that last line of defence, but we have Predator at the pack. Really a jammer's nightmare.
You know, Nina just really skipped down that outside line really easily. That was some beautiful offense from her teammates.
And we've had a star pass over to Foxen, your jammer now for Stockholm. Helsinki now in the lead as 4 points have been picked up. So I'm just going to wait 1 second, see what's going on. So we have Stockholm didn't pick up any points in that jam after the star pass, so they're held at 92. And now we have the lead in Helsinki's favour, picking up 6 points, taking them to 95. Oof.
We have a 3-point game here. Helsinki has got a blocker in our 888 penalty box. Looks like Predators relaxing there for at least 20 seconds.
Well, if you were the jammer for Stockholm, you'd be very happy about that. Predator is an absolute, again, living up to their name, grabbing those jammers. But it is Partio for Stockholm who comes through for lead.
Varpu is right behind, catching up. Looks like Stockholm's going to call it, taking 4 and done.
I don't know how Partio does some of the things they do. They literally sort of went sideways and got every point in the pack and then just called it off.
It looked like they also kind of took a kick to the skates and didn't fall as well. Predator is still in the 888 penalty box. Standing though, so getting back on the track soon.
Yeah, I'd be nervous at that. I don't want to see a Predator coming in hot. Oh, and we had a lead change as well to Stockholm, but I sort of feel now if I mention every lead change, we might go a bit insane. But we do have a lead change at Stockholm, who are in the lead at the moment, and what might help them keep that lead, Phoenix,
is the power jam that Stockholm's now taking. Malou has gone to the box, but it looks like Helsinki's putting up a big wall and trying to kill this power jam as much as possible.
But Jelmit the Conqueror absolutely conquering this power jam, coming through and grabbing the first selection of points in this jam for Stockholm.
Stockholm up by 1 point. Soon to maybe make that 5. We'll see. Helsinki's doing a good job holding them. Malou is back on the track. Stockholm sending a little Oh, and Malou is back to the box again. Stockholm's going to call it and ice Malou in the box and get a power start.
So in that jam there, we had 3 points picked up by Jelmit for Stockholm, taking them to 99, holding Helsinki at 95. So the lead is still with Stockholm at the moment. As you said, Phoenix, we have in the 888 penalty box, Malou sat down, double jammer penalty in a row. A little bit sticky time for them. Stockholm, this is potentially their opportunity now to stretch a bit of a lead out, because we really haven't had much of a stretch lead, have we?
And Jukin just pushed that pack out so quickly. Looks like the Stockholm's got this goat in the back here, so they're going to pull pack out, and Jukin's just going to take it. They're holding that Helsinki blocker back there.
Lovely work there from Jukin, but Helsinki so quick to fix their walls. If that wall gets broken, Phoenix, they are fixing it like... You might not get this, but like Bob the Builder. It's a kids' TV show.
Back here on the track, not in a scoring position just yet. Helsinki passed it. We have a helmet cover pass, and we also have a Helsinki blocker heading to the box, so they're going to start again down a blocker. Stockholm has really done a great job staying out of the penalty box this half. I think you can see the difference in their walls when they have 4 blockers out there every jam.
Yeah, definitely. And from a bench point of view, it is so lovely when you can have your lineup ready and that lineup all gets to go out. You haven't got to do like a hold one. And we have up on the Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line, we have got Partio, and they will be going up against...
Barford Knut Delina.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's a Finnish mouthful. We're working on our pronunciation.
Partio being held at the front of the pack there, by a Predator. Don't even need to look anymore, I know who it is. Beautiful one-on-one blocking by Predator. But they're out of play. You can't do that forever.
Looks like Predator is going to get a penalty for that, a forearm call. They're heading to the box to join their teammate Yoki, who is now standing in the box.
That 888 penalty box really is being frequented by Helsinki, and I don't want to curse it, but as you said, not so much by Stockholm.
Oh, Partio just slamming through that Helsinki line, making easy business of that. See Stockholm now with a lead of 111 to 95. We have a helmet cover pass for Helsinki. That's Komia now jamming for Helsinki.
First time
Partio's
I think.
call it.
Apologies. First time I think we've seen Komio jamming for Helsinki. And let's have a look at the scoreboard. So Stockholm picking up a massive 12 points in that jam, taking them to 115. Helsinki unable to score in that jam with 95 points. And it's the perfect opportunity to give a shout out to that Sucker Punch skate shop. They are the biggest roller derby shop in Europe. Fast shipping, largest stock, expert advice at the best price. Sucker Punch skate shop.
We have Helsinki taking a timeout here. They're getting prepared to start the next jam down a blocker. Their skater Predator is once again in the 888 penalty box. Little report from our stats. Stockholm has come out with 18 leads. They also have 15 penalties.
And if we're watching B scribbling down, we can get the other side of it.
So compared to Stockholm's 18 leads, Helsinki has had 12 leads. Helsinki has 21 penalties to Stockholm's 15. So fewer leads, more penalties. That's starting to show up in the scoreboard now as we have a 20-point differential between Helsinki and Stockholm.
All right, then that is the whistle to get everybody back in position so we can carry on with the last 20 minutes of this second half. And honestly, folks, you've got to agree with us at home. This game has been an absolute... I'm trying to think of something really tight. Let me think of something really tight. You know, like a Christmas cake that's like, you know, there's no moisture coming out of it. It's all fruit and flour. It's that.
We have Yelmet and Speedy on the Sucker Punch jam line. They've just taken off. Predators back on the track. And we're going to take a little break. Welcome back. Back here for Jam 10. Helsinki at 95 points, Stockholm at 115. We've seen a bit of a point spread in the last couple minutes. That break time might result in some new strategies, some calmer walls.
Our wonderful house announcers are giving our officials an absolutely lovely shout out. So now I sort of feel like we need to do it, but I'm just going to literally read over them. But just a massive thank you, of course, to our wonderful officials helping us today. And, of course, to our wonderful sponsors. We are brought to you by Sucker Punch Skate Shop. We are brought to you by 888. And we have another host of wonderful sponsors, which we will keep reading out throughout the day. So please go and support them, because they have supported us.
We have Nina and Jukin on the Sucker Punch Jam line.
And do you know what?
Nobody in the 888 penalty box.
Nobody wants to go and party with 888 right now, but I mean, I'm going to not do anything because it's probably about to happen.
A real scrum here. Big blocker walls on these two jammers. Coming around in that first turn and no one's out yet, but it looks like Nina is going to take lead.
Beautiful work there for Helsinki, grabbing that lead as we see Jukin around at the back of the pack. But like I said before, Phoenix, Helsinki are so good at seeing a hole in their defense and fixing it like absolute quicksand.
And they do a lot better when they have 4 blockers on the track. And now they might even see a little more action with Jukin heading to the jammer, to the penalty box. I think Jukin got a back block call on that. So they'll be spending a little time in the 888 penalty box.
Which means that Stockholm, we are now treated to some beautiful defense. But Helsinki really ripping that defense apart. But they are in charge of this jam and they call it off. Icing Jukin in the 888 penalty box. Jukin still sat down, so there's quite a lot of time left in this power jam that we're about to start in a couple of seconds.
It's a 16-point differential here, and we've seen Malou take 2 19-point jams in the first half, so this could be the moment for a big run and a lead change. We will see. Helsinki's out there with all 4 blockers on the power jam. Here on our Sucker Punch skate shop line.
A lot of pressure though, isn't it? If you're that jammer who's known for racking up high points. Yep. We had this in the Tiger Bay game. Rogan had put up a load of points. They put her back out. Everyone was ready for it. I don't know how anyone could deal with that type of pressure. I don't even like getting people's coffee order in case I get it wrong.
Malou is making easy work of this wall. Stretch and Stockholm out there around turn 1. They're going to take it 4 points. Jukin's back on the track and Helsinki's holding them tight, though it looks like one Helsinki blocker will be heading to the 888 penalty box. Foxon took the star pass on that. Malou saw them coming and went ahead and called it off. Helsinki taking, I think, maybe more than 8 points. 8 points at least on that jam. Bringing that lead a little bit closer. We have an 8-point differential now. Stockholm still in the lead with more blockers on the track.
We have one of Helsinki sat down in the 888 penalty box. And we have 17 minutes left to go in this game. Partio round the outside, being met by Predator at the front of the pack. I think Partio might have slipped and then took a little bit of a tumble, which meant Helsinki again could just fix that 3 wall and really holding Partio down, which, to be fair, Phoenix, you don't see very often.
I think Helsinki's gonna take a multiplayer call there. Our pivot is heading to the box. That's Komia.
And Partio finds that inside line free and takes it. But we now have Jammer, almost Jammer on Jammer, as both of our jammers were next to each other. But Stockholm were in charge of this jam. Called it off. Goose egg for everybody.
Well, Helsinki's making this comeback, but now they're coming back to another jam start, minus a pivot and minus a blocker. They've got 2 folks in the 888 penalty box, just making it really hard to come back when you're down so many skaters. They have 3 on the track, but someone's going to have to leave. There they go. Helsinki's at 25 penalties for the game. Stockholm keeping it a bit cleaner at about 16. It's really showing in the score that these penalties are hurting Helsinki.
Yeah, that's the problem. Around this time of the game, we've got just over 15 minutes left to go, is when you really start to see the ghosts of your former bit of your game start to come and creep at you like the ghosts of Christmas past.
Nina making it out there, but Stockholm's going to call it. Nope, Stockholm is not going to call it as the jammer is heading to the penalty box. Yelmet is going to the box. Yelmet was lead, so we're now going to see a 2-minute jam here.
So back block being called on Yelmet. There's a lot of screaming going on the track then as Helsinki put this absolutely lovely
Beautiful
offense sweeping, but Stockholm were wise to it, Phoenix, as you can see. As Helsinki kind of came in, Stockholm filled the gaps again. This is beautiful roller derby, I have to say.
Helsinki's got all their blockers out there on the power jam, hoping to do a little more point scoring with this opportunity. But here comes Yelmet back to the track.
I feel like this is Yelmet's first penalty that they had. Generally been very clean during this game. But Yelmet, as you said, out of the pack and straight into that 3-wall of Helsinki.
Yelmet here looking for some O from their teammate. A lot of communication going there, but just not able to get around that Helsinki pack.
So I was correct, well done me. And that was Yelmet's first penalty. Lovely clean playing from them today. But honestly, there's just tripods everywhere you look. It's like there's about 35 people on track at the moment.
I feel like this is what happens when you have all 4 blockers out there. This is a rare jam where most our blockers have been in, but now we see, I think that is Komia from Helsinki, the pivot heading to the penalty box, and they're going to stay there for the next jam. So again, Helsinki starting down a blocker.
So we had a 2-minute jam of a lot of Christmas cake action happening. If you missed what my weird analogy a minute ago, you can work it out. We had Helsinki picking up 8 points in that jam, taking them to 115. Stockholm picking up 4 points in that jam, taking them to 119. We have 4-point difference. We have 14 minutes left to go. We have a scattering of penalties, more on Helsinki than there are Stockholm, but folks,
Stockholm still has a very high call-off rate. They tend to take lead, grab a couple points, call it. They're really playing some
hit it and quit it
strategy, right? Get those 4 points, call that jam. Malou playing a little defense here.
I just went into a zone then of just watching Malou, but unfortunately we have penalties being called. I thought it was on Malou, but it was on one of our blockers, which still isn't great, but still better than a power jam. Malou at the back of the pack into the defensive mode once more.
I think the struggle with Jammer playing defense here is Stockholm doesn't call it till Helsinki gets out. So Helsinki really needs to pass that cover, get that Jammer out so that they can push Stockholm to make the call.
4 points picked up there for Stockholm, taking them to 1-2-3. Helsinki held at 0, keeping them at 1-1-5. 13 minutes left to go.
Again,
we have one of our blockers for Helsinki in the 888 penalty box. And who do we have up on the sucker punch skate shop? Jamaline.
Varpu, Knutila, and Partio. They've been a pretty standard matchup for this game. Helsinki just really struggling not having all their blockers out there.
Partio there saw the outside was busy, went straight up the inside and is now on their scoring path.
The Helsinki Jammer is taking the cover off, but the pivot is way up there with Partio.
I could watch Partio jam all day, honestly, such lovely work. 4 points on the board now, taking them to 127. Helsinki still held at 115.
We have a cover pass there. Ruotsalainen is taking the cover pass.
But it is in vain as Partio is your lead jammer, grabs another 4 points, taking them to 131. B, this is quite a big lead stretch now, isn't it?
16 points, I think.
For this game. So B's analogy for us all there was, whilst we've had leads bigger than this before, as we're running out of time, this lead feels a bit more urgent than we've had in the past. Lovely empty penalty box, which means Smarten up the inside for Stockholm. absolutely belting it around the track now, desperate to pick up some more points.
Nina had a really nice, took that cover off. Stockholm really fell for it and went to the pivot, and then they were able to get out. So it was a nice kind of star pass fake that helped Helsinki get that jammer out and push Stockholm to call it a little quicker. Only taking 4 points on that jam.
Inch their way away from that Helsinki score. I think it's been a while since we've seen Helsinki getting any points on the board.
We have an empty penalty box, 888 penalty box. Nobody wants to go in it at the moment. We have 115 for Helsinki, 131 for Stockholm. 10 minutes left to go. Honestly, could be anybody's game.
Going to get a timeout here from Helsinki. I suspect they're going to have a chit-chat about staying a little calmer, staying out of the box, quicker helmet cover passes when you don't get lead, but they do much better when they have all their blockers out there.
They do indeed, and if their blockers aren't in the 888 penalty box, then they are out on track. But let me tell you about 888. They are revolutionising roller derby safety with cutting-edge helmet tech and unrivaled fit options. Stay protected with 888. The Gear 40 duffel pack from 888 was designed by derby skaters for derby skaters, or derby, whichever you prefer. It's the last gear bag you'll ever need. Certified sweat saver, developed, tested and trusted by the best. And I might as well tell you about their knee pads as well. The KP44 knees from 888 provide low profile protection for maximum mobility and comfort. That is 888, your penalty box sponsor here at the WFTDA Regional Championships Europe version.
We'll give a little shout out to 187 Killer Pads, often imitated, never duplicated, stick with the best. 187 Killer Pads, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why. And we're back here on the Sucker Punch Jam line with Malou and...
That's
is that
Helmet.
juking?
No, it's Helmet.
Helmet.
So Helmet quick off that Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line, but straight into that Helsinki 3 wall. But Helmet being called for their second penalty of the day with a forearm, which means we are in a power jam situation. However, as I'm saying that, Malou now also called for a forearm penalty, which will spring Helmet out of the box straight back to the original Sucker Punch Skate Shop jam line. It's almost like we started the game again.
We have Helmet back on the track. Helmet has an 80% lead rate here in this game, and Partio, also with Stockholm, has an 81% lead. That's starting to show in the score here.
And that is the end of the power jams. Both of our jammers out of the 888 penalty box. Helmet is getting cheered on by the crowd in the house. Malou is getting absolutely all the cheers as well. And we are treated to some beautiful defense by both of our teams.
We have a sort of both packs here just pushing those walls with Helsinki bridging. Looks like they're going to lose a blocker to another bridge soon. Malou is just working hard. Stockholm's got 4 blockers on Malou. They are really not making much progress.
Scandi Crush looked like they wanted to go up and help, but then you need to keep the bridging in play. What do you do? This is beautiful work from
Risky
both of our packs here.
Stockholm might have broken that bridge. They're getting pushed out a bit. Oh, so much hard work. This jam is already a minute and a half in, and Malou is just at the pivot line.
20 seconds to go in this unlead jam that we have here. Star pass over for Rautsalainen for Helsinki as we have 12 seconds left to go in this jam. Helmet's picked up 4 points, but will Rautsalainen be able to pick up some points in the last 4 seconds of the jam? Yes, they do. This has been an even Stevens jam, but let me just check. No. Helmet picks up 2 more points, so Stockholm picking up 6 points in that jam, taking them to 137. Helsinki picking up 4 after that star pass, taking them to 119. Phoenix, we have 8 minutes left to go in this jam. What are you thinking?
You know, that was Rautsalainen's first scoring opportunity of the game. We've seen a lot of helmet cover passes with Helsinki, but not a score because Stockholm's been so quick to call things off. It's the first time we've seen the pivot taking points. We're back here at the Sucker Punch jam line with full packs. Both jammers out. Looks like we're going to get a penalty call here.
We just can't leave that 888 penalty box empty, can we? We need someone in it at all times.
That was Yoki from Helsinki heading to the box, and Stockholm taking the lead. We got Jukin as lead jammer. Varper Knutelina is still working their way through the pack. And the pivot is also going to the box, leaving Helsinki's jammer really all on their own with that 4-person Stockholm wall. Juking's now at 6 penalties.
Juking
But taking 4 more points.
been recycling to the back of the pack there by Predator, but comes through, grabbing 4 points there for Stockholm, taking them to 141. Stockholm's lead is stretching out a little bit now as we see another 4 points on the board for Juking.
Yoki, number 57 from Helsinki, back on the track. A little correction, that was Yoki's 6th penalty as a blocker for Helsinki.
And the star for Helsinki is out of the pack now, but it is Juking who comes through. 4 more points on the board, comes through, calls it off. So with 12 points picked up in that jam, Stockholm now sitting at 149. Helsinki held at 119. And let's not forget, the winner of this game, Phoenix, gets to go on and play Crime City tomorrow. Will it be Stockholm? Will it be Helsinki?
We have an empty 888 penalty box, but we'll see if it stays empty after this official review.
All the officials are in the middle there. We will soon be hearing from Jean-Claude at Grand Slam to see what anybody wants. What's your business? What is going on here? And then don't forget, after this game, if I'm correct, B, we have 2 more games of roller derby. We have Toulouse v Paris. Oh, that sounds like a casual walk in the park. You probably don't want to watch that. That'll be boring. Don't bother.
I think that's followed by London versus Antwerp.
Oh, yeah. There'll be
Pink on
nothing
pink.
exciting happening here, is there? Absolutely not. You are going to be treated to 2 more wonderful games. And then you get treated to 2 more days of roller derby. What a treat. And now you get treated to John-Claude Grand Slam.
Shout out to our penalty box.
Stockholm have elected to use their official review, challenging the lack of a back block call on Helsinki jammer at the start of the last jam.
So Stockholm were asking for a back block to be called on the Helsinki jammer in the last jam. It's throwing me because Jean-Claude is saying they're electing to use, and I always think he's going to say electing to use it as a timeout. And I'm like, oh no, there's more information. So we will find out what's going on. And generally the best way to find out is if one of the jammers goes to sit down.
We're now at a 30-point spread on this game. 6.5 about more minutes left to go. Stockholm's hit it and quit it strategy seems to be working for them. That call was not held up, so we're going to see a jam start here on the Sucker Punch jam line with 2 jammers.
And all
Cardio
the
and
blockers.
Nina here at the line.
With all the blockers.
Carry on.
Here we go, Helsinki rolling up front, taking the front on this defensive pack. Cardio coming up with only 2 blockers there, but they stepped out a little bit and they're going to get recycled. Nina really pushing out at the front there, but facing a pretty fierce Stockholm wall. And now it looks like we're going to get set into a bit of a grind till Helsinki runs some offense up there for us.
And we are now into that Christmas cake position again. There's just bodies everywhere. How can a jammer get sprung from this pack? As we saw there, Nina trying to come up the inside, but Scandi Crush, I believe that is getting the hips in the way, not allowing the jammer to pass, but the jammer that has passed is Stockholm, and Partio is through.
We have a helmet cover pass here with Helsinki. That's Ruotsalina, who is wearing the cover now. Looks like there's a little knee pad cover on the track, so someone's got to get their gear together.
Get your gear together. So, with 4 points picked up in that last pass, we have Stockholm Roller Derby with 153.
We're excited to have the 888 penalty box here, sponsored by 888 and totally empty of blockers. Both teams starting with 4 blockers. 187 killer pads, often imitated, never duplicated. Stick with the best.
Martin.
Jam lead from Smart and Malou not far behind. We haven't seen jammers move out of the pack that quick in a while.
We haven't, Phoenix, but with only 5 minutes left to go in this game, there is no hanging about. And Smart and looking over at the jam ref and be like, I'm calling it.
That Stockholm strategy of quick calls was a little frustrating because the refs took a sec to call it.
I find if you are on the receiving end of hitting quitting style jams, it is so frustrating.
It is.
Because you're thinking like, right, what's my next move? What am I about to do? Oh yeah, go and sit back on the bench. Oh, it's clever, but I feel the pain.
Once again, our 888 penalty box empty of bodies. Helsinki seems to have really brought that penalty rate down a little bit. But Jelmet just taking quick lead on that. Malou working to get out, has the cover off, but is still holding it.
Jelmet been pushed to the inside there by Helsinki. Jelmet had a lovely initial breakthrough, but is really not having a great time against his scoring pass. But if you're in charge of the jam, you can call it off. And we see 2 points popped on the board there by Jelmet, taking Stockholm to 157. Helsinki, I feel like I've been stuck on this 119 for a few jams now.
They've struggled to get lead. They've done a really nice job of taking that helmet cover off quickly so that Stockholm makes the call. That last jam, Stockholm only got 2 points. But without lead, it's very hard for them to make points the way Stockholm's running these calls.
Very true.
Varpu Knuttila is out there again for Helsinki and gets lead. This is Helsinki's first lead in a while. We'll see how many points they can make out of it. Though they do have another blocker heading to our 888 penalty box. That's Sylvester. They haven't spent much time in the box. This might be their first trip.
We see Jukin for Stockholm coming around the outside now, looking to score. But Varpu, your jammer for Helsinki, coming up the inside. Are we going to see more points on the board? We've already got 4 picked up, taking Helsinki to 123. Is this an opportunity now for Helsinki to put some more up on the board? Unfortunately, with massive hits on your jammer like that and I can't see the skater from here.
It looks like we might be eating the baby here. Nope. Helsinki taking a 1 point on that jam. They scored 4, Stockholm took 3.
And we have
7 and 3.
And we have Helsinki calling an official review. So 3 points on the board there, as you said, for Stockholm, taking them to 160. 7 on the board there for Helsinki, taking them to 126.
So while we wait on this official review, let's remind everyone of our sponsor, Crash Course. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life.
So the official review is being used as a timeout. Carry on as you were.
2 minutes left in this game with a 34-point differential.
And one of our other wonderful sponsors that we have here is Skate and Create Factory. If you need a gift for the skater in your life, get skate-themed art stickers and gifts from Create and Skate Factory, a passion project by Jukebox. Duke is a fellow derby skater playing in Barcelona, but you might remember her from her time skating with London Roller Derby, USA Roller Derby, Minnesota and Madison. You can find out more on createandskatefactory.com or on Instagram or Facebook at Create and Skate Factory. Every sale supports a fellow skater.
All right, we have another jam coming up here with a 888 penalty box empty. Nice to see 2 full packs out there. Mm-hmm. We have Partio and Nina out there on the jam line, the Sucker Punch jam line. Partio pushing that pack out.
Honestly.
Look at that. Just running sleds.
Beautiful work there from Partio. As you said, literally just hovering blockers out of the way. Beautiful work there. And we've had a star pass once more over to Rautalainen for Helsinki. I believe they've only scored once after a star pass, so let's see if that's going to be different. No, it's not, because Partio's in charge of this jam, calls it off as we are going into the dying minutes of this game.
Stockholm is very disciplined with these call-offs, just really preventing Helsinki from making any points.
We've seen some great star passes too.
We have Isawalu in the box for Stockholm. I think this might be their first penalty, but also we haven't seen Stockholm in the box much this half. Been very disciplined about penalties.
They sure have, and you know that does tell a story of the game, and the story of the game is Stockholm are ahead on 164 to 126. Jelmi is jamming up against Malou. We have blockers forming tripods all over the place, and we only have 1 minute 24 on the period clock.
Malou takes the lead after just pressing through that wall. Quite amazing work. Jelmi getting recycled back here.
However, Malou's work was all in vain as they have been sent to the 888 penalty box. So Jelmi is your active and only jammer on the track for Stockholm. They are lead, so they could call it off if they wanted to. The period clock is showing 55 seconds. We really don't have much time on this clock any longer.
I think this might be the jam where we see Stockholm run it and not call it. The coach here at the bench is signaling to run it. Jelmi's going to work themselves up on this last jam. Oh.
And that's the end of the power jam as Malou is out of the 888 penalty box. Jelmi is still in charge of this jam, is your lead jammer, comes through and grabs a full complement of points.
That was Helsinki's Kuchard that headed to the penalty box, taking out the jammer on that apex jump. We have the crowd really cheering Jelmi.
We have both of our jammers are out on track. Both of our jammers giving the crowd what they want to see, and that is point after point.
We are. That jam is ended with an unofficial score of 130-168. Might see a slight change, might not, but Stockholm walks away the winner of this game.
And they win a opportunity to play Crime City tomorrow. I don't have the time in front of me, but it doesn't matter because you're going to be tuning in to watch every game anyway. What an amazing game we had in front of us. I'm sure you're going to agree. That was one for the books and a beautiful game for you to watch again for the tactics alone. So your final score confirmed. We have Helsinki Roller Derby with 130 points. But your winners today going to play Crime City is Stockholm Roller Derby with 168.
Go ahead and stick around. Our next game will be Toulouse versus Paris.
And that will be followed up by London versus Antwerp for your final game of the day.
Stockholm will play Tiger Bay tomorrow, so catch that game. They're going to probably head home and rest up for the night.
And I do not blame them. So, folks, rest yourselves up. You've got a little bit of time now, and then we'll be back here for our second two games, last two games of the day. Thanks for joining us. I've been Fairy Cherry.
And Phoenix.
And we've been joined by the lovely Bee, and we will see you very soon.
Yes. So,
oh yeah, they're there.
other. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
Billy's just got to try and get a script.